And he said to them, "Go into all the world and preach the good news to all creation." On June 26th through July 10th of 2008, a team of volunteers went to Tanzania to distribute wheelchairs. Where's Tanzania? It's located on the east central side of Africa. They flew into Dar es Salaam, which is right on the Indian Ocean. Tanzania has a population of 37 million people and a poverty rate of over 50%. Tanzania is the largest country of East Africa. It is the size of Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Virginia combined. While in Tanzania, we distributed wheelchairs, handed out Good Life Guides, which is a primary health book in the native language of Swahili, gave out salvation bracelets, handed out toothbrushes, and gave pencils, erasers, and pencil sharpeners to the kids for school. But most of all, we showed God's love. The primary reason we went to Tanzania was to distribute wheelchairs. Just like in other developing countries, Tanzania has a great need for wheelchairs. There are missionaries throughout the world that contact children's medical ministries and express an interest in us bringing wheelchairs to their people, just like Dave Jones did for the people of Tanzania. We brought a team of volunteers from all backgrounds. Some of the volunteers were physical therapists to ensure that the wheelchairs were fitted properly for each person that received one. We had a list prepared ahead of time so we knew what type of wheelchairs were needed. Once we were in Tanzania, our first job was to get the container full of wheelchairs and other medical devices unloaded. We then sorted and loaded onto different trucks to take everything to the 4 different locations in Dar es Salaam. These 4 different locations are where we would do our distributions. The 4 different locations for the wheelchair distributions were at 3 churches in the Huruma Home for Orphans. The first thing we do at a location is get set up. Our physical therapists and techs get started bringing out the wheelchairs, pets, and other medical devices and pre-assemble. same time, we have other team members set up the reception table. This is where we get a good history on the people receiving the wheelchairs, pets, and other medical devices. At one of the locations, the people to receive help had to be carried in and also carried out. We would then get started not only on fitting people to their chairs, but also making a bond. It was very rewarding knowing that we had helped these people receive a new lease on life. While part of the team was working on the distribution, some of the others were working on the Kids' Day activities. It was set up so the kids in the area could come and have fun playing games and learn about good hygiene through the use of the King's Kids Good Life Guide. After the games, the kids would come and sing songs of praise and then learn some of the lessons from the Good Life Guide. The lessons were taught through skits put on by team members to help show good hygiene practices, and also taught about salvation through the use of the salvation bracelets. The kids were then given the Good Life Guide that is written in their native language of Swahili, coloring crayons, pencils, toothbrushes, and a salvation bracelet. While we were in Tanzania, we had the very special privilege to go out and visit the Maasai tribe. So we loaded up our four-wheel drive vehicles and bus and headed out to a small village near the Maasai. It was about a 7-hour trip that was very dusty and bumpy. We took time to stop and eat lunch, have a 4th of July celebration, and then take off again. Some of the men from the Maasai tribe were waiting at the village to greet us when we got there. In order for us to get to the Maasai tribe, we could not take our bus due to poor road conditions. So we loaded in and on the four-wheel drives and headed out to the Maasai tribe. The Maasai are a very warm people. Their lives center around raising cattle and goats. Through the help of David Jones, some of the Maasai have become Christians, and the number is growing. They have built a church there so they have a place to come and worship God. While we were with the Maasai, we helped fix the roof on the church, put a new roof on their cho, and helped some of their people in need by giving them a wheelchair or a pet and giving them a chance to have a better life. We learned while we were there that the Maasai were building a school for their children. They took us there so we could see the progress they are making and told us the plans for the school. We in turn donated pencils, erasers, and sharpeners to the new school so the kids would have a head start with their supplies. While we were with the Maasai, we were graced with their songs of praise and able to worship with them. There were several baptisms while we were there performed by David Jones. Colonel Bill Collins, co-founder of Children's Medical Ministries, was with us and spoke to the Maasai during the church service. It was a real privilege to have him with us. Our time there was such a tremendous blessing and moved each and every one of us by getting to spend some time with these wonderful people. Here are the team members: Bill Collins, CEO and co-founder of Children's Medical Ministries; Becky Wagner, Betsy Holheimer, Hannah Wolf, June Jones, June Gibson, Tanner Good, Marty Cook, Carrie Cook, Caleb Cook, Brandon Cook, Jordan Cook, Marlon Jansen, Whitley Jansen, Richard Hobbs, Sarah Hobbs, Laura Hobbs, Sharon Board, Dan Payne, Debbie Conley, and Cheyenne Brown. If you would like to help others around the world, you may give donated items to the presenter of this show, or send money donations to Children's Medical Ministries at www.childmed.org. A very special thanks to Dave and Bonnie Jones, who have 20 years as career missionaries in Tanzania and Kenya, for hosting our team.